Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino ranks the top 10 waifus in Skyrim, because a worst to best ranking of all of them would have taken longer to make than the Elder Scrolls 6. This ranking does not care how important they are to the story or how big a quest they're a part of. Hell, one of these waifus doesn't even have a conversation attached to them. What's extra fun is that just about all of them are unmarryable without mods, so apparently I like when girls play impossible to get, except I don't, so screw me, I guess. Let's see who got the top slots on lock and who got a spot on the chopping block. Number 10, Jarl Elisif the Fair. This is one of my filler picks. It turns out there aren't actually that many women in the year 300-something that I'm attracted to. Keep in mind this is back when most people showered with buckets next to livestock. Jarl Elisif is obviously cut from a more high-born cloth, but she still doesn't have toilet paper. Young, naive, and soon to become High Queen, Elisif doesn't like that her late husband disintegrated after Ulfric's Stormcloak was like, "Hey!" And she still grieves him and whatnot, so you know she's not emotionally available, but at least you'd be marrying into absolute power. Number 9, Vex. The best infiltrator around, unless you ever manage to infiltrate that ass, Vex can either teach you to lockpick or block dick, namely yours, because she's perpetually unavailable to you, but has apparently slept with most other people in there. If this was Cyberpunk, we'd be able to use her as a joy toy with a full 30-second cutscene and everything before the game crashed. I think her voice is kind of sexy, but if she ever gave you a blowjob, you'd be like, who's doing that? Because as soon as she crouched in front of you, she'd be undetectable. Number 8, a Necky Crag Jumper. I won't blame you if you don't even know who this is. A Necky Crag Jumper is a miner at Darkwater Crossing. That's miner with an E. A person who mines. Also, she's 12. Just kidding. She lives with her husband, or at least she did until he had an unfortunate arrow to the skull accident while mining. What can I say? Jealousy is my love language. It's okay, I gave her a circlet as an apology, and she became my follower. Necky used to be an adventurer, but settled down to work in a mine with her now dead husband, so that was a great choice. I'm doing her a favor by putting the spark back in her life, and you can't do that with milk drinkers tying you down. I think she's attractive in a unique sort of way for this game. Number 7, Edelgard the Younger. Edelgard's kind of mad at me now on account of the fact that I negotiated for the Stormcloaks to kick her whole family out of Morthal as a trade for the Imperials gaining Riften, but she used to regard me highly until I ruined her whole life with her ousted mother and schizophrenic son. She also had a husband we had to take care of, but she's got no evidence to pin that one on me, so shh. Edelgard the Younger might sound like the definition of baggage, and it's true that it costs her an extra 8,000 septims every time she goes to the airport, but she's nice to look at, and it's a video game. Number 6, Sorana. Overrated vampire trash. The reason she even makes it as far as number 6 is because you can pick dialogue options that let you tell her to cure herself, where she actually listens to you. But the only way to do that is to pick the simp option in every dialogue, and if you pick the wrong one even once, from as far back as the first time you meet her, then she won't listen to you in the end. If vampirism wasn't a disease, it wouldn't be cured by a potion of cure disease. That shit ain't a lifestyle. I'm not erasing who she is, I'm restoring her to what she was. I believe in conversion therapy for vampires. Sue me, inflame me on Twitter, I don't care. Vampires are a threat to society. They drink blood, which is just horrendous, and every time Sorana's following me and I kill a frostbite spider, this bitch necromances it just to make me hyperventilate. Vampirism is repugnant. I'll drink blood when someone shoots me in the mouth. Sorana might be cool and hot or whatever, but she ain't making me her thrall. Number 5, Svana Farshield. Finally, some bipolar representation in video games, am I right? Svana be like, it's a fine day with you around, and then if you press circle, she's like, fine, leave. Not like you care anyway. Actually, I do care. I care enough to be absolutely perplexed by the fact that you're not available for marriage, even after I do your little Helga slut-shaming quest. It's not like the bunkhouse wouldn't be able to function without you around to sweep 1 square foot of floorboard over and over again. I really like Svana because she's mentally unstable, and that's usually the type of girl that goes for me. But for real, she's also hella attractive. No wonder all the 80-year-olds in fine clothes spend 8 hours a day groping her while they eat stale bread. Number 4, Astrid. Leader of the Dark Brotherhood, Astrid pops into your life by dragging you out of bed in the middle of the night and stealing you away to a bloody, dilapidated shack, and if that's not foreplay, I should be in jail. She sets you up with 3 people to kill, but it's actually 4, because if you kill her, she says, well done. I'm like, damn right, I murdered a 90-year-old woman the other day. You didn't think I could take you? Astrid is fully clad in face and body coverings, but if you remove them from her dead body like a psychopath, and then spend an inordinate amount of time trying to flip her onto her back, you'll see that she's actually quite fetching. Definitely preferable to her being burned to a crisp in the other route. Number 3, Carliah. A hot, dark elf. Never thought I'd see the day. She doesn't have a million wrinkles like every other Dunmer over the age of born. Carliah is apparently actually marriable. Wow, I had to look it up, because by the time I'm done with the Thieves Guild in vanilla Skyrim after holding onto the skeleton key forever, I've usually decided to settle down with some whore like Camilla instead. Choose your wife wisely, guys. Divorce is murder. I've never seen Carliah in any other outfit besides this one in the Nightingale suit, so there is possibly a chance that she's literally bald. Honestly, keep the hood on, glue it to your head, I'm afraid to find out. Can we give our followers wigs in addition to armor pieces? Let me introduce you to the face sculptor, I'll even pay. I also find Carliah's voice to be sexy, like a silent whisper on the winds that she can feel rustling through her hair. Please God, hair. Number 2, Karita. My most recent discovery, Karita is a bard in Dawnstar, who might be the most physically attractive woman in Skyrim, until she opens her mouth and reveals her horrendous singing voice. She's like, the Windpeak Inn features the finest bard in all of Dawnstar, me, and then she'll break out into, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red. Like, nope, shut up, Florence Foster Jenkins. Bards are meant to be seen and not heard. Ask your college for the tuition back. At least she plays the flute instead sometimes. Karita's lovely though, she got cleavage for days. Number 1, Hiroki. Come on, you've all seen Hiroki. You've all seen this gorgeous stunner walking around Markarth and been like, why don't you have any dialogue? I'm talking to her standing next to this guy selling meat, and sometimes his dialogue feels like he's talking about Hiroki. The bloodiest beef in the Reach. Then he's talking to me like, hey you, fresh meat for your stomach? God, I hope so. So what if she's got nothing to say? I'll activate a marriage mod and marry her all the same. Her voice type has all the marriage dialogue, so it works. And we'll have the quintessential trophy wife running a garbage store out of our half-built house in no time, except I will fully support her and give her compliments about her entrepreneurship because she is bae. And when she gets kidnapped, I will gallantly rescue her by cutting down every bandit in my way. Hiroki is a top-tier waifu that just hasn't been fully programmed, you know? Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino. Check out my other videos and playlists. There's quite a trove of them, and I'll see you guys next time.